no! Yoshi's in need of help! It's Ken Ryu from Street Fighter! What's this? Solaire from Dark Souls joins the battle! And Shovel Knight and Banjo-Kazooie, good! Woo!
Hey there, I'm DPadGamer, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is finally here, as is my face on camera. We're trying something new. So, as we all know, every fighter is here, almost all the stages, and as it happens, almost every Easter egg as well. Like, for example, Palutena's Guidance. Returning from Smash 4 on Wii U, if you play on Palutena's Temple as Pit with a single opponent, you can activate a unique conversation by very briefly tapping down taunt. Spamming it can also work because you only need to press it for a frame, but anyways, Palutena, Pit, Viridi, and the occasional extra character will all chime in and talk about Pit's opponent, no matter who it is. There's almost an hour of conversation, so if you want to see those, be sure to check out the video I uploaded separately the other day. Closely related, if you're playing as or against Pit and he gets smashed up off the stage and goes flying, you'll hear this. Aside from a horrible angel school system, this is a reference to Kid Icarus Uprising, where, in Chapter 17, he's falling to his presumed demise and shouts the same phrase for some reason.
Mayday! Mayday! This looks like the end! I never learned how to read!
Ugh, pull yourself together.
Another set of returning Easter eggs are the codec conversations on Shadow Moses with Snake. Unfortunately, they literally ported it from Brawl, so nothing new has been added, and we have no new codecs for the new characters. As such, if you want to see what those are, just check out the video I made for Brawl. In that video, I also covered the Star Fox conversations on Corneria, Venom, and Lilac Cruz, which have returned with visual updates to the character icons, but otherwise, nothing new. This is, and don't freak out here, the one place where Ultimate is actually a downgrade. The stage Orbital Gate Assault is not currently in the game, and as such, the Star Fox Easter egg conversations that were unique to that stage are also missing. You know what's not missing though? The cat in Pokemon Stadium 2. When it transforms to the ice version, use the camera to zoom into the hut to see this cat poster, which originated in Brawl. It's a cute cat, but I think mine's cuter. Okay, staying on topic. It's worth pointing out that the Pokemon trainers' alternate costumes are all actually references to trainers from previous games. By default, they're referencing the main characters from Fire Red and Leaf Green. In order after that, we have green referencing Ethan, pink referencing May, yellow is Lucas, white is Hilda, blue is Calum, and purple is Celine. Admittedly, every character in the game has an alternate costume, and almost all of them are themed after something recognizable from their series is. Still, I thought this one was neat and worth mentioning. And another great detail worth mentioning involves Mr. Game & Watch. As we all know, he is flat, and if you play on Flat Zone, all characters are flat as the game takes place in a Super Smash Bros. Version of a Game & Watch handheld. What's new here is his juggling animation. Previously, it was just a generic ball icon, but now, the ball will be the stock icon of the corresponding fighter, which is pretty neat. Link also saw some changes, losing his claw shot and gaining a new type of bomb to match his Breath of the Wild visual overhaul. It doesn't stop there though. Just like in Breath of the Wild, his Master Sword will shoot out beams of light while at full health, which in this game is 0% damage. Also, after shooting out a regular arrow with his side special, you can actually pick it up and throw it at an enemy for a bit of extra damage. It's a pretty neat way of integrating the scavenging aspect from Breath of the Wild. Pac-Man also saw a neat update with his up taunt. Among the many sprites, two new ones are of Prince from the Katamari series, as well as Heihachi from Tekken. Now, among the new characters for this game, we got the lovable wrestling cat Incineroar and the walking printer cartridge Inkling. What these two have in common is that if they fall into the water, they actively take damage. This also applies to Charizard and Sonic. Incineroar and Charizard are both fire types, so the water thing makes sense. For Inkling, like in Splatoon, the Squid Kids and H2O do not mix at all. And finally, Sonic has always been notorious for not being able to swim properly. As we approach the end of the video, let's hop on over to the Earthbound stage Magicant. One of the events, which is technically considered a stage hazard, is Dungeon Man. That is the giant stone figure that's walking across the bottom of the stage, acting as a moving platform. If you pause and zoom the camera in, you can see the face of the character Brick Road, which in the original game was a self-proclaimed dungeon master who became the first fusion of man and dungeon. That is a great attention to detail. Now, let's take a listen to the theme of Final Destination. You'll understand why in a second. Huh, that sounds pretty cool. Well, Nintendo loves doing this, so here is that section reversed. Yeah, they took a portion of the main Smash Ultimate theme, reversed it, and incorporated it into the Final Destination theme. They do this pretty often, taking a theme and reversing it and making it into a different theme. It's pretty neat. Now, let's finally jump into Spirits Mode, aka Adventure Mode, aka World of Light. This is a very slight spoiler, but either way, the map is enormous, but we're interested in this section where the Inkling can be unlocked. If you take a close look, there is a number of Nintendo consoles hiding in plain sight. For example, we have an old school Game Boy facing away from the camera right here, with a gray Famicom just a few doors to the right. Behind that is a Wii remote posing as a white tower. Across the way we have an N64 logo with a Wii Mini right next to it. South of that we can see the yellow mascot called Disc Gun, which is the mascot for the Famicom. Next to the red and gold chest is the upper portion of a Wii, and across the way is the Super Nintendo mouse accessory. Then we have this tower, which has the Super Nintendo buttons on top, a purple N64 console nearby, as well as an orange GameCube. Just south of the N64 is a yellow disc used for the Famicom disk system, and just southeast of the SNES button tower is a Game Boy Micro. I think that's everything. I spent a while staring at the city, and I think that's all of the Nintendo stuff that we have here. Well, I think we'll call it there. No doubt there's a lot more Easter eggs that I missed, so if you have any of those to share, put them down in the comments. Thank you for watching, thank you to my channel members for being awesome, and I hope to see you in the next video.